why don't you just say, Philip, we need to talk.
Okay.
And then you tell him you think he's a really nice guy, that you like him as a friend, and that your friendships have always lasted way longer than your romantic relationships. And that you're afraid if you started dating him and then broke up, you could lose his valuable companionship forever.
Wow, that's really good. How did you come up with it?
That's what guys always tell my mom.
No one talks about this show, or at least not enough people talk about this show. I did a quick search on YouTube and I found no one has dedicated a full deep dive video to this show until now. No, but seriously, this is one of my favorite underrated cartoon shows, and if you stick with me, it just might become one of your new favorites too. Before we dive into it, hi, my name is Izzy. Welcome to my channel where I talk about and dive into animation in TV shows, movies, and anything else I like. Grady was a show that aired on the N from 2004 to 2006, and it was the N's first original animated series. Let's get a few things out of the way. The art style is probably not going to be appealing to some people, even though the character designs closely resemble the cult classic show Home Movies. I mean, I personally love the art style, but whenever I show the show to someone, that's the first thing they point out. I originally had attributed the style to Lauren Bouchard because of its close resemblance to Home Movies, but I found a YouTube video about Grady, and Amy B. McDonald, who was a senior animator and art director for Soup to Nuts around Grady's conception, had commented on this video that Karen LeBlanc, a Dr. Katz assistant AD, came up with the concept for the character design. The way she kept telling Amy B. McDonald to keep making the eyes and mouth bigger until it just made them laugh just makes Grady's style even more charming to me. I also want to give a shout out to the animation and art department, who not only had people working on Home Movies, but went on to work on or direct episodes for Word Girl, The Midnight Gospel, Koala Man, even Metalocalypse. I kind of just mishmashed work from the crew, but you get my point, right? A very talented crew worked on this show. They're also the studio responsible for Squiggle Vision.
All right, let's explore that.
What the hell's wrong with you? Your skin's like moving around or something.
I believe I'm having some sort of seizure.
If the studio is also familiar to you, it's because you're Gen Z and you grew up watching Word Girl. In the middle of researching this, I was almost positive that Grady used retroscripting like Home Movies. Retroscripting basically means that the script has a basic outline and plot points the characters should hit in a scene, but for that scene they can pretty much improvise what they're gonna say, which leads to more natural sounding dialogue. But I can't find where I read it, but it does sound retroscripted sometimes.
Hey, no.
Let go, dipwad. Kevin, let go.
No.
Kevin, let go.
No,
It's my phone.
So?
So give it.
No.
Kevin, don't.
Kevin, don't.
Let go, jerk.
I'm a girl.
No,
Yeah,
kid.
you are. I'm glad you admit it.
For a show that won an Annie Award, it's actually kind of hard to find this information and even harder to confirm if it's from a reliable source. I'm building up a landscape here so you don't dismiss Grady so quickly, because look at all the cool shows surrounding this show. It is a weird show, but I love this aspect of the show because it helps us see how each character is going to deal with the weirdness in their own specific way. And in doing so, it helps us understand the characters more and makes them relatable. You can find yourself identifying with the Beth or a Howard or an Abby. Let me explain the plot since we're going more in depth. Grady is set in the fictional town of Grady, which is periodically plagued by a force called the Weirdness.
Weird stuff happens here that doesn't happen in other towns.
Yeah, and to think it's all because of that secret government program.
Really? I thought it was because they built the town on top of an ancient tribal burial ground.
No, that was from the government. Period.
Well, the point is, nobody's really sure where the weirdness comes from.
The weirdness affects its residents in strange ways, and its effects usually last for several days. For example, it causes people to project their private thoughts in bubbles over their heads, or produce clones of themselves every time they get angry. The focal characters of the show are 4 students of Grady High: Kevin, Abby, Harold, and Beth. I literally read that straight off the Wikipedia page, so if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This show is one of the few shows that is truly geared towards teenagers, and you guys have no idea how much I want this demographic to be catered to and paid attention to. We've got kids shows that are geared towards kids, but can have some theming that anyone can relate to, aka your Toy Stories or Steven Universes or Adventure Times. And then we've got your adult shows, your South Parks and Family Guys and King of the Hills, Ziz, which are geared towards adults. Teenagers kind of watch it, but maybe won't get some jokes geared at, let's say, married couples or cultural references for 20, 30 plus year olds. But where are the shows aimed at teenagers? This could be a whole other video on its own, so I won't dive too deep into that subject in this video. Grady is a perfect blend of grounded teenage life, going to high school, crushes, and dealing with teenagers and parents, and a unique touch of fiction. the weirdness. O'Grady played on the N, and I wish it wasn't canceled so quickly. It's like when Mission Hill was canceled. How could they cancel such an amazing show? O'Grady has 2 seasons, or rather, 1 season and a half. Kind of. The show was canceled so quickly that they didn't even get a complete last second season. I see where they were going with it too, story-wise and show-wise. They were having more guest voices like Amy Poehler, Conan O'Brien, David Cross, Will Arnett, Rob Corddry, Tom Kenny, and Matt Walsh, the comedian. You know who's not a guest voice? H. John Benjamin, voice actor of Bob Belcher, Archer Sterling, and most importantly, Coach McGurk. Now do you see the soup to nuts connection here? Before I explain what happened with the season 2 premiere, let's talk about the main characters for a second so you can understand how tragic the Order episode air dates were. They really did the show dirty. Comment down below what character you are. You know, like a Zoe or a Zelda? Except you've got more choices now. Okay, so we've got Beth, my personal favorite. She was voiced by Holly Schlesinger, one of the developers of O'Grady, fun fact. She's a vegan and an environmentalist.
Ta-da! The campaign has officially begun.
Looks good. Where are you gonna put the others?
Oh, actually, I only made this one. I didn't want to contradict my save paper platform.
She also has blue hair and pronouns. The show uses the word vegetarian, but she's definitely vegan. When she orders pizza, she orders it without cheese. Also, what a crazy good representation of veganism in a show. Sam Mason from Danny Phantom is an awful representation of veganism. I mean, she doesn't officially call herself a vegan, but I mean, she's a vegan, I guess. She's just trying to be all not like other girls about it, but she's a vegan. While Sam Mason will probably grow out of veganism when she's out of high school because it's a fad for her, Beth Briggs is 100% locked in for life. She also likes thrifting, and she works at a local health cafe called the Enchanted Soybean. I love her so much, oh my god. Because she has really strong beliefs, she clashes with the group a lot, especially Kevin. She's like the anti-Kevin, and also really hesitant to break the rules. I can totally relate to that. She's just so sweet and trusting, sometimes to a fault, but I love her so much. Next up, Harold Oscar Jenkins, voiced by the late Patrice O'Neill. The youngest of the group at 15 years old, he is Kevin's best friend. He works at Eats a Pizza, and a lot of the show happens there as a second location. If the kids aren't at O'Grady High School, they're all grabbing a bite to eat at Eats a Pizza. He's a nerdy little kid who sometimes straight up refuses to engage in Kevin's schemes, but he ends up going along with it anyways. He's also really into getting with the ladies, and will often even rizza Beth or Abby, even though intellectually he knows that they're just friends to him. His character could easily come off as creepy or incel-y, but he's so kind. He's pretty much equal to Beth on the kindness scale. Here we have Kevin Harnish, voiced by H. John Benjamin. He carried the series with his various voices, let me tell you.
Krop is genius! They combines the rhythms of Gutenten and Sprachten with the stylings of Machtenstand.
He's your typical 16-year-old teenage slacker. And yes, I know, he does look bald from the beginning episodes. They give him more than a couple of strands of hair after like episode 3 or 4 or something. He's like that friend we all had at one point in high school where they want to play guitar and start a band just for the aesthetic of it, but he doesn't realize it takes hard work, discipline, and dedication to the craft to make it work, which Kevin has none of that. I think a Gen Z equivalent would be buying a keyboard and trying to make beats to post on SoundCloud, but they never do. I don't know. Do people still post on SoundCloud? He's got an implied crush on Abby, and it's the best dynamic in the show. He's so immature and stubborn about it, but it's so obvious. Abby likes him back too, but she's also too stubborn to admit it. Finally, we've got Abby Wilde, voiced by Melissa Bardengalski, aka Melissa from Home Movies. She's done other voice work, like voicing the main character in a show called Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil. From doing my behind the scenes research for this video, that show kept popping up. It only has 1 season and it looks really weird. Lauren Bouchard and Holly Schlesinger, voice of Beth and developer of O'Grady if you don't remember, developed and wrote for this show. It's an Adult Swim show, and I would love nothing more than my next fixated interest to be watching all Adult Swim shows and talking about them in this format. Anyways, back to Abby. She's your average 17-year-old girl. She loves fashion and crushing on the most popular boy in school, Pete Klesko. And let me just say, Pete doesn't give 2 shits about Abby. He's constantly forgetting her name.
Hey, hi Pete.
Hey, Ashley.
Actually, it's Abby.
Right, I knew that. I had no idea.
As a side note, I have like a personal theory that Pete Klesko actually has a crush on Beth because he can't remember Abby's name or Kevin's name, but he does seem to remember Beth's name, so.
Hi Pete. Hey Pete.
Hey, Beth. Hey, you.
Abby.
Abby? Really?
Yeah.
Right. No, right. Hey, Beth.
Hey Pete.
Did you just call me?
Nope.
Oh, so, hey, what do you work here, or?
No.
You shop here?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll see ya.
Okay, see ya.
Close one.
Even though O'Grady focuses on this quartet of friends, I feel like Abby is truly the main character of O'Grady. She is hard-headed and is the type of person to prove to you that they're 100% right or straight up ignore your opinion because they know better, even though they're 100% wrong. She's also the only character to get under Kevin's skin, and I like that about their dynamic. They have this love-hate relationship, and the will they won't they scenario turns more into a will they at the beginning of season 2, or which should have been the season 2 finale. Season 2 aired March 2006 with 6 episodes, less than half the episodes of Season 1. They aired what was supposed to be the season finale at the beginning of Season 2. I'm not sure why they did that. My guess is that more people would tune in to see the premiere of a season than the finale of one, especially one that's going to be cut short. This is probably the best episode out of the whole show run, and I would have been so tuned in to see how the show would have evolved. Not saying it would have been the next Daria, but I'm saying that it had the potential to be the next Daria. You can skip this section if you don't want any spoilers. The episode has Beth go on a trip to Paris with her French class for the summer.
Hey, Beth, France for the summer, huh?
Mais oui, c'est vrai.
What?
Oh, that means yes, I think.
Abby and Kevin got summer jobs as a Froger girl. They're not calling it Froyo in this episode, so I won't either. And lifeguard at the local pool, respectively.
Besides, I'm not working there this year. I got a new job. A blam?
You're a lifeguard.
Yeah.
At this pool.
Oh, yeah. All summer long, baby.
Huh.
What?
Oh, I was just wondering how this sounds. Welcome to Captain Frogarts. I'm so sorry for your loss.
The B plot being Harold is training Philip at Eats a Pizza for the summer. One of the kids in Beth's French class is unable to make it, and Abby gets a chance to go to France with Beth.
Well, they both got so upset that they sunk to the bottom, because of the weirdness.
Oh my God.
I know. But when the divers pulled them out, Jeffrey said he wouldn't leave.
Right.
So it pulled a few strings and voila.
And Kevin is upset since he was kind of betting on Abby giving him free Frogarts the whole summer, and the implication being that he's gonna miss her. He made her this mixed CD with songs about frozen yogurt, but takes it back when she tells him she's going to Paris.
France.
Can I have my CD back, please?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
The weirdness in this episode makes it so that if you're feeling extra happy, you're literally floating in the air, like freaking Charlie in the Chocolate Factory after Charlie drinks those fizzy drinks with Grandpa Joe. And if you're upset, your legs weigh a ton like you've got cinder blocks tied to them. They spend the next few days low-key fighting. Kevin gets a summer girlfriend, voiced by Amy Poehler.
Wendy works Captain Frogarts. Oh, in fact, Abby, she took your place.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry I didn't see you.
Yeah.
Rude.
Hi.
Hi.
And Abby, to get back at him, has a casual flirting thing with the lifeguard training Kevin, voiced by Conan O'Brien.
Hey, listen, if you got a message for him, why don't you just leave that message with me?
That's okay. It's just I'm leaving for France in 3 days and...
No way.
When there's a mix-up on the travel date to Paris revealing that the plane leaves in 4 hours, Kevin catches up to Abby at the airport where he tries to give her the mixed CD he made for her, but she doesn't take it because he's kind of been mean to her this whole time. Abby, being her stubborn self, doesn't hear Kevin out and boards the plane.
No, you were too busy spending every waking moment acting like an ass.
You know, I don't even know why I bothered. Have a great time in France, princess.
Oh, like I'm gonna take your crappy yogurt mix back? What's the matter? Your little girlfriend doesn't want it? Or maybe she found her sanity and dumped you. Wow, awesome gesture. Thanks, Kev, but no thanks. Have a great summer.
Wait, Abby.
I have a plane to catch. Which way is France?
Beth takes Kevin's mixed CD, feeling sorry for him, and promises to listen to it.
Cheer up. I would love your CD full of frozen yogurt songs, okay? N'est-ce pas?
Sure, n'est-ce pas. Have a great trip, Beth.
And instead of explaining it, I'll just let you watch it.
Can you believe that? God, I can't stand him. I am so glad we're going to Paris for 8 weeks.
Folks, due to the weirdness, we're having just a bit of trouble getting off the ground here. If y'all could try to think happy thoughts, we'd sure appreciate that.
Where did you get that?
From Kevin. Abby, all these songs are about Paris.
What are you talking about? Give me those.
Ow!
Oh my God. That is so sweet. I can't believe he did that. Beth, switch seats with me.
What?
I want to sit by the window.
But I get
Just move.
Okay.
Why do I see your face all over town?
Oh, there we go. Nice job, folks. Please fasten your seatbelts, and thank you for flying the O'Grady skies.
The fact that A, O'Grady was canceled, and B, they played this as the season premiere episode, foul. Just foul. Why was O'Grady canceled? No one knows. I swear. I've looked at old interviews, wikis, and even Reddit. The only thing we can speculate is ratings. We don't have the data on that specifically, but it's the one most people can guess on why it was cut so short.
I am sorry, my mentor. I have failed you.
Some interesting things to note. Apparently Noggin, the channel itself, had a lot of input on the show, specifically adding the weirdness. Otherwise, O'Grady would have been a standard cartoon show about teenagers, which there's nothing wrong with because again, Daria was a standard cartoon show about teenagers. They also wanted the characters to have more of a backstory, and they even added Harold to the show, according to this interview featuring Holly Schlesinger, archived from 2007. It's a very interesting read into how she got involved with working for Soup to Nuts and the landscape of working in TV, including talking about Adult Swim back in the day. So thank you for that, Noggin, but did you have to cut this amazing show down in its prime? Like I said before, O'Grady won an Annie Award for Best Writing in an Animated Television production, and I just want to give the series its flowers because I really wish this had a DVD release. From what I'm seeing, this show was close to being lost media. Thank you to the person that uploaded this on archive.org. According to them, they grabbed it from a person seeding the series years ago. So there you have it, one of my favorite shows to air on television. If this interested you in any way, please check the show out. Nothing would make me happier than more people watching the show for the first time. Let me know what other underrated shows I should check out next, and please like and subscribe if you like this video. Since this channel isn't monetized yet, I'm doing this for free, so your support is appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.